Money, banking, and finance. Trade cycle. Introduction. Nothing remains constant in this world. The only thing that is constant is change. Similarly, in the business world, the economic claimed never remains steady. It always keeps on taking new shapes and forms. This change of economic claim is called trade cycle in economic terms. Trade cycle or business cycle. The optimism and pessimism of the business is called trade cycle. Optimism. The optimism refers to a situation when production increased, employment is increased, prices are also increased. Pessimism. The pessimism refers to a situation when production increased, employment is decreased, and prices are also decreased. The trade cycle simply means the whole course of trade which passes through all phases of prosperity and adversity. City definitions. According to Hanson, the business cycle is a fluctuation in employment output and prices. According to GM Keynes, a trade cycle is composed of periods of good trade characterized by rising prices and low employment percentages, with periods of bad trade characterized by falling prices and high unemployment percentages. Phases of trade cycle. According to J.H. Seastay, there are four phases of trade cycle, namely contraction, recovery, expansion, rejection. Some economists call them boom, expansion, recession, reductions, depression, contraction, revival, recovery. Boom. Boom means sudden increase in trade activities. Boom referred to a period of heavy businesses and rising prices. By heavy trade we mean good trade in which all economic activities increases suddenly and reaches at maximum possible level. Features of boom phases: overall rise in prices and decreased cost, a rise in wages and rich profits, so that community income rises, a high level of employment. Full employment is not necessary, and job opportunities, high level of real investment. Diagram showing boom, low cost, high profits, low employment, high investments. Rejection. The boom does not last for a long period. When boom is over, there is rejection. Rejection means act of resetting during rejection. The banker and the people in general try to recover their loans. Businesses expansion stops and orders are cancelled. Features of rejection phases. The main features of rejections are as follows. Costs began to increase, then prices. The profit began to disappear. There is a fall in production, investment, and employment. Even the businessmen closed their businesses. Diagram showing rejection. Disturbed cost level, disturbed investment level, disturbed employment level, disturbed profit level. Depression. Depression means business slump. Therefore, business is at the lowest point when depression is prevailing all around. There is decline in production, employment, income period, prices, and demand. Features of depression phase. Main feature of depression phase are as follows. Cost increases and overall prices fall, and employment increases. There is general contraction of credit and little opportunity to invest. Diagram showing depression, high cost, low investment, low profits, high employment. Revival of recovery. Recovery means to recover from something, as things do not continue to remain in a depressed state forever. So, after the depression has lasted for some time, rays of hope appear on the business's horizon. Pessimism gives place to optimism. Features of recovery phases. Main feature of recovery phases are follows as follows. Prices began to increase, then costs. Profits began to repair in the business. There is gradual re-employment of labor. Credit contraction in reduced, so investment began to increase. Diagram showing recovery. Improved cost level, improved investment level, improved employment level, improved profit level. Completion of trade cycle with the help of four phases. After studying the above phases, we can say that boom generates rejections, rejection guarantees depressions, and depressions generates revival. In this way, trade cycle is completed with the help of four phases: boom, rejection, recovery, trade cycle, depression. Graphical diagram. We can also explain the four phases of trade cycle with the help of graphical diagram. Economic activities: boom, rejection, recovery, depression. Time. Features of trade cycle. Following are the features of trade cycle. Capital goods, difference in degree, employment level, general nature, international in character, periodicity, price movement, recurring change, rhythmic change, simultaneous effect, time period, worldwide. Feature of trade cycle. Following are the features of trade cycle. Capital goods. Capital goods include the machinery and plant. Capital goods industries are the leaders of trade cycle because they are the first to depreciate and first to recover. Difference in degree. During trade cycle, each market conceives effects of pressure from different angles. Sometimes capital goods industries are affected and sometimes consumer good industries are affected because of the difference in degree. Employment level falls with the business downfall and rises with its expansion. Journal nature. A trade cycle is journal in nature. It is not meant for any particular type of business but affects the whole economy. International in character. The trade cycle is always international because there are multilateral trade agreements among the countries. Therefore, crises in one region affect the other. Productivity. The phases of trade cycle follow each other and it is completed within 8 to 18 years. Price movement. The price moves downward with the reduction of activity and upward with the expansion of activity. Recurring change. There is a recurring change in each phase. Each phase has the germ of other phases. The depression gives way to recovery, which in turn invites boom then rejection. Like this, the process of trade cycle goes on and has no stop age to at all. Rhythmic change. The business activities are rhythmic and balanced in an economic. There is one phase at a time. It is not possible to have depression in one sector and prosperity in another. Simultaneous effect. Trade cycle has simultaneous effect on all the industries, but it may be different in degrees. Time period of one trade cycle is not equal to next trade cycle. Although all trade cycles have same characteristics, yet their timing differ from each other. Worldwide trade cycle is worldwide in nature due to foreign trade. A trade cycle in one country can upset the imports and export of other country. Remedies of trade cycle. Following are the measures which can be mainly suggest for the effect control of business fluctuation. Fluctuation. Bank rate, track control, facial policy, imports, international policy, investment control, monetary policy, profit distribution, reorganization of economic system, state action. Conclusion. Remedies of trade cycle. Following are the measures which can be mainly suggest for the effective control of business fluctuation. Bank rate. The central bank can increase or decrease bank rate in order to expand or contract credit and to control trade cycle as needed. Strict control. There should be price control, exchange control, import export control in the country to remove depression. Fiscal policy. It is the income expenditure policy of the government during depression. There is deficit budgets which is adjusted with increase in taxes and such their measures imports the failure of home industry is a loss of the nation. The government can regulate the supply of commodities by ports and export control international policy. This must be an international policy. The IMF and World Bank etc. should provide loans to developing countries so that depression may be removed. Investment control. The trade cycle can be controlled through investment. The government may allow investment in a area where there is no investment and vice versa. Monetary policy. In boom tide, monetary policy is adopted to control inflation and visa with profit distribution.